Shalom unto the elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach in their rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Once again, I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar, coming at you with another quick lesson. And right before I get into this lesson, this message or these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And also, this word goes out to the Israelite foreigners that scattered amongst the heathen nations, and they may take on a physical appearance or look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom. So basically, I just got a couple of videos queued up, okay, off this page. Okay, the Hopeful Elect 3, okay, when it comes to one of the beloved brothers amongst the ministry, okay, and the believer, okay, that put up videos on his channel. And basically the two videos I'm gonna get into, okay, that he posted, okay, going into how, you know, people in excuse me, how people here in America are fed up and is on the edge, man. Okay, you know, especially now when it comes to, you know, the living crisis that we about to enter into, when it comes to the financial woes, okay, when it comes to this economy, okay, on the verge of collapsing due to the dollar, okay, devaluing, and at the same time you have inflation, okay, prices going up, okay, strengthflation, okay, you know, when it comes to less product but more money to be spent on them, okay, and you starting to see people now, you know, feeling you know, the financial woes, okay, especially since now, you know, in the recent months, you know, you had the current president Donald Trump enforcing those tariffs on these other countries when it comes to American goods, okay, or other countries' goods over here in America, okay, and the goods that America have, okay, now these tariffs is taking effect when it comes to the goods going up, okay, you know, and you know, Trump said that the American people gonna, you know, have to go through the you know, the growing pains, okay, and you know, but talking about, you know, eventually America gonna become great again financially, okay, which Trump he's set up, okay, because mainly these elites, when I say these elites, going to these central bankers, when it comes to the biblical Edomites, okay, that's in power, which is, you know, which way they call themselves the so-called white race today, okay, but these elites have an agenda, and Trump ain't doing nothing but they bidding, and the government officials that's here in America, okay, because we know that these elites have an agenda that they want to bring an NWO, okay, and by the way of the NWO, they want to bring a cashless society and eventually implement the prophecy of Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, the RFID microchip, which is known as the mark of the beast, okay, when it comes to a digital currency that's going to replace the physical dollar, okay, as now more talks of CBDCs, okay, central bank digital currencies, okay, you got, you know, basic universal income, Fed now, okay, that's what these elites ready to push, okay. In the meantime, okay, they are already when it comes to this economy, okay, they already you know, on the verge of collapsing this place, man, okay, draining it, okay, as they say, draining the swamp, okay, when it comes to this financial system, okay, but in the midst of it, American people is going to pay, okay, the price, okay, literally, when it comes to, you know, these financial woes, man, okay, the dollar collapsing, devaluing, and at the same time, prices going up, and it's only going to lead to more civil unrest, uproars of the people, okay, eventually, anarchy, all hell breaking loose. Okay, civil wars, race wars. Okay, clash wars, food wars, gender wars. War. Okay, and now you start to see people, getting on, the internet, doing videos, venting, and expressing their feelings. Okay, about this economy. Okay, and not knowing where things are headed. Okay, because they can see things happening. Because once again they feeling the squeeze now. Okay, but us that's in the faith. Okay, us are the hopeful elect that has been called through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai and Lord will to be chosen. Okay, we see where things are headed. Okay, we know that this place America is not our rest. Okay, that this place is our captivity. Okay, and we know this place is on the verge of collapsing. We know the coming of Jacob's trouble. And we know that eventually this place is going to be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear fire at the peak of the Third World War, when who the world called Christ, Yahweh Shai, returned. Okay, by the way of the chariots. Okay, what the world called UFOs. Okay, and Yahweh Shai has come back to liberate or deliver the nation of Israel, start with the elect, which we're considered the 144,000, the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's destined to be saved. Okay, from out of the destruction and out of the times we're approaching. Okay, but 2/3 of so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, are gonna be judged, man. Okay, and these heathens, start with the Edomites, okay, and these heathen nations over here in America, okay, because ain't no salvation for these heathens, man. Okay, if your bloodline doesn't go back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, okay, you're not an Israelite. Okay, and we know that our seed is scattered amongst all nations. Therefore, you're going to have Israelites looking like other nations, but your nationality is determined by your the seed of your father. Okay, the lineage of your father. Okay, but when it comes to these heathens, the original heathens, okay, the Lord about to bring judgment, man. But let me go ahead and play these two videos, and I'm gonna get a couple of scriptures, and that'll be the lesson. And I pray that the lesson is edifying.
Yo, listen, Orange Face, somebody from the presidency, somebody out there, bro. Y'all need to fix the economy, fix these people's jobs, cause there's a lot more people walking around this planet angry, bro. Angry. I just seen two people. Yo, it's like every day I see something new on this job, man. I just seen two people get into an argument. Fam said just like this. He said, I did 27 years. I don't care. We can dance. Yo, bro, that's crazy. It's getting bad out here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Look, they can probably hear it. It's getting bad out here. A lot more people is angry. I'm trying to tell you. It's why I really be praying for the world, because the Purge and the Hunger Games is gonna happen in real life, bro. The Purge and the Hunger Games is gonna happen in real life, bro. The Purge and the Hunger Games is gonna happen in real life, bro.
Yeah, so that the first video, that Jake. When I say Jake going to Israel, okay, or when it comes to so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, okay, hey, but you see them, expressing this, about how things are, people more angry, okay, on the edge, people losing it, okay. That's why now you got the crime rate going up, okay, theft, robbery, okay, gun violence, okay, drug addiction, okay, addiction, okay, suicide rates, okay, because it's people, due to the current situation that America is facing, and due to these elites, once again, okay, have an agenda, okay, to bring order out of chaos, man. Okay. Hey, so we know it's gonna be he make mention of the the movies, okay, The Purge and The Hunger Game, okay, which is apocalyptic movies, or apocalyptic movies, or movies that been shown, survival of the fittest, okay, or the fittest, okay, which those movies are predicting programming, okay, when it comes to these elites, Hollywood production movies, okay. But they show you in these movies, okay, the latest one about 2 years ago, or a year ago, Civil War, okay, you got the Book of Eli, okay, you got The Road, okay, a good bit of movies now, okay, but now it's coming to reality, okay, in real life, okay, eventually when all hell break loose, man, okay, and you think things are bad now, okay, but they're going to even more intensify, man, okay, because now we're just at the point of the turbulence, the turbulent part before it really take off, man, okay, as we're approaching Jacob's trouble and the downfall of this place, man, okay, so that was Jake, okay, that he made mention to us that he pray for the world, okay, but he don't understand, okay, when it comes to the God of the Bible, okay, the power of Israel, Yahweh Shem Shai, okay, is not dealing with the world, okay, he's only dealing with the nation of Israel, and at this time, the elect, because salvation is only for the elect at this time, and ultimately the kingdom is only for Israel, okay, these heathen nations, they're going to be judged, and eventually in the kingdom, when Yahweh Shai establish it, they're going to go into captivity, man, okay, that's their future, okay, and we're going to rule over them, so that's the, first video. Now let me go to this one. Now this is a Edomite, and then I cracked up, laughing and stuff, with this Edomite going on a ramp, okay, expressing himself how bad things are, and he's an Edomite, okay, this supposed to be this country, which they stole, of course, but it's supposed to be their kingdom, okay, this supposed to be the time of their ruling and being comfortable, but now you're starting to see these Edomites catching hell under this administration, okay, some of them, majority of them still believe in this place, okay, just as majority of these simple Americans, including our people, okay, but you're starting to see these Edomites, catching hell now, okay, and they ready to go to war against their own government, okay, and that's where you're going to have your civil wars, okay, your clash wars, okay, but they feeling it now, okay, when it comes to the financial woes, man, okay, but let me go ahead and play this.
And I tell you what, dude, I've had it with this fucking bullshit in this goddamn country, man. When is enough enough? Motherfucker, we quit keeping up with the goddamn cost of living a long goddamn time ago, didn't we? Mother of fuck. This goes up, that goes up, this goes up, that goes up. Only thing that doesn't go up is my motherfucking paycheck. And I fucking swear to God, payday for my parents back in the day was a great fucking day. You know what payday is now? It's the most miserable fucking goddamn day of the week. Fuck! It's already fucking gone. I done spent that shit last week. Motherfucker, what was left of it after you done dipped your goddamn hands in it, you fucking greedy piece of shit. Bro, y'all are fucking taking like $300 or $400 fucking dollars from me a week. It's not a fucking small amount. It's a fucking house payment by by the end of the month. And that's before I even get my goddamn money. Huh? And then I gotta pay what? Another fucking 8% at the fucking store anytime I buy a goddamn thing? And you fucking tax me on my vehicles. Every time I fucking register the motherfucker. Tax me, tax me, tax me. So what the fuck is left after that? Barely enough to fill the propane tank and not enough to fucking pay the goddamn electric company. Hey, but fuck the truck payment, the goddamn insurance. Oh, yeah. Did I want to fucking eat this month? Fuck, dude. I ain't got a fucking choice but to make my fucking jeans last 6 fucking years because they cost fucking $80. And there ain't no goddamn fat left on the fucking... There ain't no fat. There ain't no goddamn meat. Shit, there ain't nothing left on the bone at the end of the month. Motherfucker, I gotta crack that son of a bitch open and try to find something. And if I got a fucking medical issue, fuck you. I don't care. Fucking kill me. I don't give a fuck. Let that motherfucker just rot over there in the corner. Because I ain't paying for none of that shit. 30% fucking interest on a goddamn credit card. Fuck you, motherfucker. Hey, I'm gonna go fucking get me fucking lunch, though. Indulge in a double cheeseburger and some fries and a large iced tea. Nope. No, you ain't. $18 fucking dollars, motherfucker. If you want to. I'm fucking sick of it, dude. I've had enough. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Yeah, so you see the examples, man, the 2 videos, you know, that people, you know, starting to see now, you know, when it comes, you know, how crucial things about to get, you know. And like I say, it ain't going to get no better, man. Okay, we know that, us that's in the faith, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, and we preparing ourselves, man. Okay, while, you know, majority of these people here in America on the edge and losing it, about ready to lose it. Okay, but us that's through that's in the spirit through the faith. Okay, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, knowing these scriptures. Okay, and applying them, and you know, having the understanding that the Lord had gave us a sound mind. Okay, you know, you know, to be more and more sane, man. Okay. You know, it is a saying, knowing is half of the battle. Okay, and we're preparing ourselves, man. Okay, in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, okay, make mention of wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times, man. Okay, and calling on the true names, Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, and because the Lord said his service is going to be taken care of, man, even though it's going to come to the point of trials and tribulations. Okay. But we believe that the Lord is going to be with us, man. Okay, but for majority of our people, the 2/3 and the rest of these heathens over here in America, they about to face a great time of trials and tribulations. Okay, and you know, a time of the Lord bringing wrath, man. Okay, his judgment. Okay, and this place is through. Okay, matter of fact, let me go ahead and get into the scriptures. And I'm gonna start off with with Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Okay, and Babylon, okay, when it comes to America, okay, is known in the scriptures spiritually, okay, you know, under different ancient empires, okay, and Babylon being one, okay, the daughter of Babylon, okay. So when it says Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, going into, at this time, America, okay, which Babylon is a Hebrew word, or you say it in the Hebrew, Baal means confusion, okay, and you can tell, you know, those 2 individuals, okay, one Jake, the other one Esau, okay, it appeared to be Esau, Edom, okay, you can tell that how they venting and, you know, expressing themselves, okay, you know, show you that this place is confusion, man, okay, when it comes to the dollar, okay, which is nothing but fraud, okay, fake debt, okay, not real money, okay? When it comes to the people morals, mind frames, how confused these people are, not knowing their true nationalities, okay? Not knowing what they want to be when it comes to their true gender, okay? You know about the madness that's going on here in America, okay? They're worshiping all type of false gods, idol worship, hedonistic customs, okay, that's being pushed, okay? And these people, when it comes to them not knowing they having a future, okay, seeing this place crumbling, okay, so there's Babylon, man, okay, no but confusion that's taking place. Hey, wait till all hell break loose, man. It says Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations had drunken of her wine. It is going to America, starting with the dollar, okay, philosophies, okay, when it comes to the history, okay, when it comes to the lies that's being taught, okay, democracy, okay, politics, okay, the movies, et cetera, man. That these nations don't have come to the point, okay, that America is the problem. Okay, America known for its military, the spreading military, and go to different countries and taking their resources and warring against them, and next thing you know, they implementing their policies. Okay, they democracy and madness. Okay, to these other countries. And on the other hand, you have countries, okay, nations from other countries come over here to trying to seek a better life here in America, only to come to hell, man. Okay, when I say hell, going into because the word hell meaning difficulty or strays or low condition. Okay, now these heathens starting to feel it now. Okay, that don't come over here and trying to make a better life. Okay, and it says the nations had drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go, every one into his own country, for her judgment reach unto the heaven, and is lifted up to the skies. Okay, and so that's why you're starting to see now nations starting to complain. Okay, starting with our people and these heathens. Okay, especially Esau, Edom. Okay, these American Edomites. Okay, that all before this country, but now they seeing these elites against them. Okay, now they feeling financial struggles. Okay, they getting on the internet and expressing their feelings now. Okay, ready to go to war against their own government. Okay, because this is the time of Yahweh Shema Shai visiting Esau, Edom, and these heathens, and 2/3 of our people here in America, man. Okay, for all the wickedness that this place uphold. Okay. And if I make mention of going to certain wickedness that America uphold, I mean, this video will be about 5 hours, 7 hours, man. Okay. Let's get on Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And we've seen it. Because Esau, Edom is the wicked that's ruling today. Okay. They're known as the wicked. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Known as the border of wickedness. Okay. So they're the wicked. Esau, Edom. Okay. All of them, man. Okay. Starting with the elites on down to the average Edomite. Okay. Especially here in America. Okay. And the Lord going to bring judgment upon them. Okay. When Yahweh Shai return. Okay. To bring the destruction to America. Okay. And Esau, Edom kingdom. And Yahweh Shai going to take them out of power once this place destroyed. And Yahweh Shai delivered the elect of the nation of Israel. And the kingdom is established. Okay. In the land of Israel. Okay. Which, by the way, I always got to make mention. Because that land over there, the land of Israel, going to be destroyed by fire, by missiles at the peak of the Third World War. Okay. Because the people that's over there, okay, those phonies are not the original inheritors. Okay. They stole our land. Okay. which we know about the, the 1948, okay, during that time, okay, which they are Edomites, man, Amalek, okay, which they still occupying our land today, and they're chiefly in power, starting with the elites on down. But once the Lord destroyed the land of Israel and those phonies out of it, it's gonna be cleansed just for us to rightfully own our land again, okay, when the Lord set the kingdom up, okay. And like I said earlier, the heathens that remain, starting with the elites that escaped the destruction, and as they're gonna be in their retreats, and the heathen nation that remain from the nuclear missiles, okay, they're gonna be rounded up at that point in time, okay, to go into captivity, okay, and they're gonna have to build our kingdom up, okay, for 1,000 years. And after that 1,000-year period, the only nation that's gonna be done away with are the biblical Edomites as a whole, okay, Obadiah 1:18. Okay, but it says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So you're seeing the state of the earth, okay, the condition of the earth being defiled, okay, the air, the water, the food, the animals, okay, vegetation, fruits, everything being defiled up under Esau Edom rulership, and down to the, mainly the people, okay, because now they got AI want to take over everything, AI taking over the jobs, okay, Hollywood, music, okay, Elder Apostle Gabar been going into that lately, okay, and all the brothers, the rest of the, the men of Yahweh Shemel Shah that, that's constantly teaching, okay, and watching as well, seeing how things are going as it comes to Esau Edom moving towards his technocracy, man, okay, AI robots, okay, and we already know Esau Edom is blessed with the sword, okay, so he's going to use that sword as well behind his draconian measures or his legislations, okay, when it comes to his military aid or forces, okay, you see what's going on with the whole ICE situation, okay, if you're paying attention, okay, if not, look it up, ICE, okay, and what's going on when it comes to the Hispanics, Latino tribes, man, okay, at this time. And it says, Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Okay, showing you that the righteous is not in rulership today, because the people will be rejoicing. Okay, and the nation of Israel, okay, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, okay, when it starts with Yahweh Shai and the elect, okay, in authority, when it comes to the righteousness, being authority, okay, that's when the earth, okay, gonna go back into its proper order, man. Okay, because in our kingdom ain't gonna be no wickedness. Okay, ain't gonna be no defiled food, tainted water, tainted air. Okay, deforestation. Okay, animals being on the verge of extinction. Okay, everything's gonna go back to its rightful order. Things being fruitful, multiplying. Okay, especially the nation of Israel. And these heathens in it, and when we have these heathens in captivity, okay, judgment is going to come upon them, especially the Edomites, okay, but everything's going to go back into its proper order, man, okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and the earth being governed, okay, by the nation of Israel, and also by the way of the law, statutes, commandments, man, okay, but it says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, okay, let's get this. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languish and fadeth away. The hearts of people of the earth do languish. Okay, that we starting to see. Okay, it's just two little examples, no videos, man. No 2 videos. Okay, and this go on daily. Okay, people that get on the internet and vent. Okay, expressing themselves. Okay, tired, on the edge. Okay, people losing it. Okay, people, talking about how they suffering. Okay, especially these women now. Okay, talking about how they don't know how they're gonna pay their rent, their mortgage, their car payments, or especially those of our women you know, and women in generally, okay, that believe in this system. Okay, they ain't needing no man. Okay, they got multiple children, single parent home. Okay, they depend on the government the whole time. Well, now those certain benefits are being cut. Okay, especially you women gonna feel it the most, man. Okay, and they said the earth mourneth. Okay, but the Lord gonna have elect women. Okay, that's gonna be delivered for the nation of Israel. Okay, that make up the 1/3. Okay, and that's when Isaiah 4:1 gonna take place. Okay, when it comes to us or the hopeful elect men. Okay, and it says the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languish and fadeth away, the heart of people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they had transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. And that's going into Esau Edom. Okay, because his standard is not on the his laws doesn't govern the earth by when it comes to the Bible. Okay, because remember one point of time they say that the Bible here in America was the law of the land. Okay, this place is built on Christian values. Okay, which we know the exposure of Christianity now, and we know the exposure of Esau Edom, that they are the wicked. Okay, they don't uphold the true standards of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, and so everything that the Lord already has set up, the govern the earth when it comes to the laws. Okay, which the laws will ultimately only given to the nation of Israel. Okay, and that's why we're in the situation that we're in now, here in this captivity, because we broke the law, statutes, commandments. Okay, and the Lord had put us under the curses, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 16 through 68. Okay, but due to Esau Edom ruler, okay, he doesn't have his belief or standards on the Bible. Okay, how to govern the earth and the people. Okay, because he's the wicked. Okay, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua set up. Okay, he's the adversary. Okay, that's where you get Satan from. Okay, and he's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan here on the earth, man. Okay, so that's it on that. Let me see if I get this real quick. But that's Psalms. Here we go. Psalms chapter 50. Do this real quick. Let's go into Esau. Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee? And that's what Esau Edom has done. Okay, they don't believe in the, because they use the Bible, which they know that the Bible is our heritage. Okay, because they know that we're the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, but they stole our nationality and they took the Bible unto themselves. Okay, we know about the iconoclasm, whitewashing, okay, the Renaissance. Okay, hey, but now people are waking up to the fact that who the world called God is not white. Okay, who the world called Christ is not white. Okay, or white men. The angels not white men. Okay, and the people of the Bible, the true depiction of the God of the Bible, his son, and the Israelite, the chosen people. Okay, find out they are dark-skinned people. Okay, which ultimately are so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Okay, when it comes to the Israelites, and now we find out who all the Edomites are. Okay, so now they want to do away with the scriptures. Okay, and move towards technology now that's going to replace the existence of God. Okay, so Esau had never been with the scriptures, man. Okay, he just used it, okay, to try to gain an advantage over the people, over the nation, over the world. Okay, through his iconoclasm and his whitewashing, man, and his lies, man. Okay, but his lies not working anymore. Okay, his deceivingness not working anymore, being that they're being exposed. And now to the point that these nations ready to go to war against Esau, Edom, man. Okay, especially when all hell break loose here in America. Okay, that civil war that take place. Matter of fact, let's get this with that Job. Job chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in strays. Okay, going to Esau, Edom. These elites trying to afford the NWO. Okay, but they're having a difficult time. Okay, trying to bring forth it. Okay, due to their exposure. Okay, due to the exposure. Okay, people coming out, whistleblowers, truthers, exposing their agendas. Okay, and you got people, due to the internet. Okay, that's why they're gonna come to the point of trying to regulate the internet, censorship. Okay, AEC, the Hebrew Israelites exposing them. Okay, so they're having a difficult time. Okay, they're trying to bring forth this NWO, and so whenever they make that RFID micro, implement that, okay, and make it as a mandate, okay, that's when things really gonna move quick. Okay, as Elder Apostle Tahar and the rest of the men of Great Millstone always, make mention. Okay, and it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Okay, and see, when you look into that word wicked there, which I already got it queued up, in the blue letter, and that's why the apostles and elders always say, when it comes to studying the scriptures, the Lord has set up the blue letter through the Spirit. Okay, because we know that the King James Bible, which mostly English, was translated out of the Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Okay, and the blue letter is a good source, okay, at times to go into the meaning of words. So you go to that word wicked there. Okay. Okay, it's not going into the wicked nation themselves when it comes to Esau, Edom, which is known as the wicked. Okay, but let's go to that word wicked there. Even though they divided amongst each other here in America, okay, and worldwide, okay, because you got American, okay, because you got American Edomites, okay, when it comes to this, basically when it comes to this Third World War, okay, Russia, America, Russia, okay, NATO, EU, all of them are Edomites, okay, but they divided amongst each other, okay. But it's going into, then let me, yeah, here we go. Let me play it. The word wicked there. Okay.
Strong's H 6001. A male. A male.
A male. A male. Let's see the Strong's. It says a male. It says toiling. Concretely, a labor, a fugitive, sorrowful, that labor, that is a misery, had taken labor, wicked workmen. And so this is going into the working class, man. Okay, people over here in America, okay, that's now you starting to see being fed up. Okay, people on the edge talking about they don't want to work no more due to the pay not going up, but the expensive going up, utilities going up. So they feel like it's useless for people to work now, trying to make ends meet. Okay. Job losses as well. Okay. And now to the point that these people on the edge about ready to come against their government. Okay, civil wars. Okay. Division. Okay. So that word wicked going into the labors, okay, when it comes to this country being fed up. Okay, ready to, more and more exposing Esau, Edom, and ready, come to the point of insurrection, man. Okay. So that's it on that. And I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll probably get ready to close. Okay. Now I'll close with this. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, or the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Okay, and that's going to take place when the kingdom, okay, it's established, man. Okay, especially when it comes to the nation of Israel. Okay, and our laws, statutes, commandments going to be governing the earth. So these heathen nations are going to have to follow our ways, man. Okay, I read earlier Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Okay, we're in the time of Esau, Edom ruling. That's why you're seeing the earth at the state it is now, mourning, languishing. Okay, being defiled. Okay, I read it Isaiah chapter 24 and 4. Okay, or I know Isaiah chapter 24. And it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And in what manner of a man the ruler of the city is, such are they that dwell therein. Yeah, so Esau, Edom, these elites, they corrupt down to the average, or I'll say American official that doing their bidding. Okay, when it comes to the leaders, when it comes to your president, mayors, senators, governors, politicians, they corrupt because they doing the bidding of these elites. Okay, so how much more the people they guiding or misleading, okay, when it comes to these unrighteous decrees, man. Okay, Isaiah chapter 10 going to that. Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1. Okay, and what they're allowing here in America, okay, that doest thy will spirit. Okay, but now it's coming to the point of Trump being more of a dictatorship, tyranny. Okay, and so these people are fed up now. Okay, the system is corrupt, and these people corrupt because the people that's in charge, starting with the elites on down, they corrupt. Okay, verse 3: an unwise king destroy his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Okay, eventually that's when the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to establish the kingdom of Israel, and the earth being governed, okay, by the nation of Israel, starting with the elect and righteousness. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Okay, and so we in those times, man. Okay, I'll jump down to verse 8. And it says, and the ones that are going to be profitable is the nation of Israel under the rule of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, when the kingdom is established. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, you know that Esau, Edom. Okay, he gained his power, okay, by unrighteous dealings, okay, unrighteous decrees. Once again, the money is fraud, okay, not real money. Okay, these laws, okay, they pushing, they so-called laws, okay, injuries and riches got by deceit. Okay, they don't colonize and stole everything, man, by the way of the sword. Okay, but it says the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And this time, we're coming to the point of time, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, okay, about to bring a transition of power. Okay, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai taking Esau, Edom out of power, and the rest of these heathen nations. Okay, and the power of the earth, okay, the rulership of the earth over the earth is going to be given unto us. Okay, start with Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is setting the nation of Israel up, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai. Then you're gonna have King David, okay, back into his position. Okay, the 12, the 144,000, and the 1/3, and then the process of time, the 2/3 that's gonna come back in the kingdom, being the sons and daughters of the elect. Okay. And eventually all Israel going to rule, and these heathen nations going to be subject unto us, man, okay, in our everlasting kingdom. But like I made mention, that first 1,000-year period of our kingdom, okay, when it comes to Esau, Edom, okay, they're going to be partaking in that first 1,000 years as being servants or slaves. And after that 1,000-year period, the only nation that's going to be done away with all the biblical Edomites. Once again, Obadiah 1:18. But I'm going to go ahead and end the lesson here. And I pray that the lesson will edify. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.